Truth about time. When I was young, it really wasn't important to me. It was like I had so much of it that was never the issue. But the older I get, the more valuable it becomes. I guess just like real estate, when we create scarcity, we drive up the value. And the same can be said about time. The older I get, the more important things are to me from a time perspective. I meet salespeople all the time, and they're really upset about what happened yesterday. And I get it. They were on an appointment. They were hoping to get the listing. They had expected their buyer to write an offer, or maybe a deal fell apart. I get all of that. And I can understand why that can be disappointing. But my suggestion to somebody that's had some disappointment is to learn from the experience. Your career is not defined on one deal or one listing or one opportunity. But what you do get from every opportunity, every deal, and every listing is experience. And we can use that experience to make our tomorrows better. But so don't be in a bad mood about what happened. I understand you're disappointed, but learn from that disappointment. Bottle up that disappointment. Channel that energy effectively so that we're going to have better results tomorrow. I meet people all the time that are upset about what might happen. 70 or 80% of what's supposed to happen never actually happens, and you're worrying about stuff that's never going to take place. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow will come, and we'll deal with it when it gets here. Right now, where do you need to be? Right where you are. You need to live in the moment. If you're on a listing appointment, I need you to be right there with the seller every step of the way. They have your undivided attention. If you're prospecting, undivided attention. If you're out door knocking, undivided attention. And here's what will happen when you give something your undivided attention. Your results will skyrocket. Whatever the problem was yesterday, it will be a distant memory because of the results you're getting right now. The best way I know to deal with disappointment is go create more opportunity. So that yes, we can all feel disappointed when something doesn't happen, and we should, the way we expected or wanted it to. But the best way to get rid of that negative, ucky feeling is to have 2 more listing appointments booked this week that, you know what, yeah, that didn't go the way I expected. Boy, that seller was hard, or this didn't work, but I learned something. And then go forward and put all that energy into the opportunity you're working on right now. So here, let me tell you how to stay happy in real estate. Prospect for new business. Prospect, 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 prospect. And when you have lots of business, you're a happy person. When you don't have any business, you're not a happy person. So if you want to stay happy, you want to stay enthusiastic, you want to stay fun, you want to have good energy, then get to work finding more opportunities. Time is life. And we don't think of it that way, especially as a young guy. People would say, well, it doesn't cost you anything to take that listing. Listen, it doesn't matter if it doesn't sell. It's a good place to put a sign. Or look, you know what? They're not ready to buy, but go ahead, take them out and show them houses. It'll be a good experience for you. It'll be a good teaching opportunity. And here's the issue though. What we're trading, we think of it as time, and time doesn't have any value, but time's the most expensive thing you own, the most valuable asset you own, because it's your life. To understand the value of time, you need to look into the eyes of somebody who doesn't have any. And they would trade every nickel in their bank account for another sunrise. They would trade every nickel in their bank account for one more dinner with the family they love, their friends, the things that are really important in life. So here's my suggestion to you. Make sure you don't waste your time, that you invest it wisely. We're all born with an expiry date. Nobody knows what it is, but our time here is finite. We only have so much of it. The question is, how much is your life worth? Because you think you sell real estate, but I think you trade time for money. And what are we talking about time? We're talking about your life. Time's valuable. It's the most important thing you have. You can't buy more of it, you can't get more of it, and people can't give you more of it. We can spend our time wisely so that we are able to have a better result with the time we invest in stuff, but it's the most valuable thing you have. So don't disregard it. Don't treat it frivolously, because you can't get it back. You can't get your time back. You can't say, you know what, in fact, I don't even need this much time today. I'm going to put it in the bank and I can have 26 hours tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. We all have the same amount of time. What are you going to do with your 24? I have people who say to me, well, he can get more done than I can. He's got more time than I have. No, he doesn't. We're all got 24 hours. No, she doesn't. We all have 24 hours. It's what you choose to do with your 24 hours. Oh, you could say to me, well, he can get more done. He doesn't have kids. That's okay. You chose to have kids. That's a decision you made. Now you have to live with the consequences of that decision. He can do that because he can commit 100%. Well, that's a decision he's made or she's made to make that commitment. We all have the same amount of time. The question is, what are you doing with yours? And remember, and I'm going to say it to you over and over and over again, the most important thing you can do is get up every day as a sales professional in real estate and find somebody that wants to sell a house. That's your number one priority. Everything else is designed to support that. Keep that at the front and center. Write that on your desk in big black letters with a marker. It says, get an appointment today. And if you get an appointment every day, my gosh, your business is going to change. Your life's going to change. Everything's going to change. And what's standing between you and that appointment? Your attitude. Okay? That's all. Everything else you have available to you. Everything you don't know is out there for you to learn. Every tool you need to do the job already exists. All you have to do is order it online or speak to your manager or go learn how to use it. It's all there. The question is, are you there? That's the real question.